The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.
We return to Seathwaite, where the city glitters but hides a dark and dangerous underbelly. Two brothers, Locke and Key, are tasked with an assassination that will rock the city to its core. But are these wretched villains up to the task? Seathwaite is cutthroat, cruel, and unforgiving. Can Locke and Key keep their heads when all hell breaks loose? And who is the mysterious figure known as the Weasel? And will he be friend or foe?
Hi guys, welcome to episode 23 of season 9 of the Formal Gamer podcast. As always, Facebook, Twitter and all those things. This is the penultimate episode of this season, which is sad because it's sad things end, but next season we go back to Gorris and Farvan and Sotru, and that's cool because I love those guys. But more important than any of that is that you enjoy the episode.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, again to another episode of the Formal Gamer podcast. You're joining us in the exfiltration phase of a mission a bit chaotically performed successfully. Henkel Jenkel is dead. Leylewin is dead. Many a kitchen staff are dead. Guards are dead. Dead, dead, dead. The castle wall, Henkel Jenkel's White Castle wall, has been ripped asunder. There's a big gap in it in the machine room after the lift pagoda was.
Egg Eater might be dead.
Egg Eater might be dead. It's an interesting twist though, because Egg Eater was carried off by a giant eagle. If he's dropped in the eagle's nest, Egg Eater might just eat all the eagle's eggs. So
that's what Egg Eater wanted.
Who's Egg Eater?
Oh,
don't worry about
it. Don't worry about that.
Listen to the podcast to find that out, Locke. So we left ourselves at a place where you guys had picked a kind of an unorthodox route through, where you smashed out the machine room through the lattice into the VIP area. You
out
ran
of necessity,
round,
really, rather than
out of
choice.
necessity, because there were crocodiles and guards flooding into other parts of the machine room. You're in the VIP area, and it seems quite quiet in here. You saw the White Knight Henkel Jenkel being VIP escorted by some guards across the other side. You followed him. Key almost decided to go in and try and blow him up, but decided against it. He decided to send to look for his brother Locke by kicking in every door he sees.
What made him not throw the bomb?
I wanted to keep the bomb.
Yeah.
Also,
It's worked really well as a.
Yeah, I'm really glad he did that.
I knew people would die. I don't really want to kill people.
Okay.
But I knew I was meant to hurt Henkel Jenkel, so I was like, oh.
But you've all met up together, and after a rather dysfunctional meeting that was frustrating for everyone, in the end you got to the point where Locke begrudgingly gave up what his side of the story is, that Henkel Jenkel has been killed, that he has documents and all this kind of stuff, he collected information, but Locke still wants after Sneedle. Lance, however, is fairly beaten up after doing all of his work, feels like he just wants to get out of there. They couldn't come to an arrangement, and they've shook hands.
We're about to part ways.
And Lance is about to part ways. You're, at the moment, you two came back up to the Sneedle's office. So you're in Sneedle's office after shaking hands. Key is giving Lance a parting gift of a small satchel, a small baggie of
Oh yes,
Doggy bag of Blitz.
but look, tell me, does Sneedle have all this information on him that you're looking for?
All the information I want now, yeah.
What have you gained so far?
Okay, I feel like we're going back. I already told you, didn't I? All the stuff that...
No, you told me in like 3 seconds.
You haven't told us about any of the elf stuff.
Yeah, but I said I wasn't going to. That was the whole point.
I did roll a 20 though.
No, you rolled a 20 to persuade me to come back in the room. I told you a summary of what had happened, but then you wanted details. No, I was saying my character wouldn't do that. Well, it's a character choice.
Right? Yeah. Okay.
So you still think that he's holding something back from you?
Yeah.
Well, he openly is.
Well, I am. Yeah, that's...
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So, who moves from there?
Well, didn't Lance shake hands and start walking off?
So, Lance, you go. You're outside the corridor. Where do you go?
Well, looking down, Is there an obvious way out or like what's the deal?
So you remember from all your meticulous planning that you guys did, obviously not on the podcast because that's not your style, but your characters did, fortunately. There was a drawbridge out the back of the castle where the talent show was. That's the north side of the castle, north side of the outer courtyard area. There's a talent show, and the talent show has a drawbridge that's normally down there. And you know there's a stage area and a VIP area below where the office you're in, you're arguing. So that's quite a quick route out. You know there's obviously the kitchen locked gate which takes you out to the moat. And you know that if you get down to Henkel Jenkel's secret dungeon area, then you would because they would share that information with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we told
We'd
you.
have told you at Marlowe's
dungeon,
dinner, at the brunch.
Yeah. So all the information they know we've been shared with. So you know that there's a secret dungeon area. And in that area, there was like a weird like room where weird torture stuff has gone on, and there was like a well where things will get dropped down, and there's weird shit in there and a dead body and stuff. But there was a way you could get out to the moat that way as well. And there's also the conveyor belt in the supply area as well that was used.
Right.
So those are the exits you know about.
Makeup of the staff in the place. Were there any goblins working here?
Sorry, makeup and the
The makeup of the staff.
Oh, the diversity of staff.
Yeah.
There were, but they would generally be in the supply area, and there'll be like kind of runners going on. All the waiters and all the people in the VIP area, the bartenders, they would tend not to be goblins.
Lance, do you want to become a weasel and I'll carry you downstairs and then put you on the conveyor belt so you can go home? Because we're going down there anyway, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to the office. So.
Right, yes, I'll... Oh, hang on. What, so they... But is that where all the crocodiles are?
Yeah.
I call that Crocodile City.
Crocodilopolis.
Yeah, Crocodilopolis. Crocodilopolis.
Do I think... Do they actually... Is that one of these permanently down drawbridges? Or is it one which would be...
You're not sure?
Well, can I roll an insight?
Sure. Well, I kind of told you all the bits. What would you...
No, I'm sure... Because I'm not going to make my way on my own if I think that they're going to... Because
What's
been
your
an
insight
attack,
check for them?
to see if they would have raised the drawbridge. This is what I'm trying to work
Okay,
out.
all right.
13 plus 3.
You don't know.
Right. No, I'm off there. I'm towards the main drawbridge then.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
So you run ahead with Miss Stella. You go into the VIP area up in the mezzanine. Oops. Sorry, listeners. You go on the mezzanine area. You go down the stairs. You see in front of you there's a stage. There's to their right there is also the south side of the castle, which is like the main front of the castle where Jenkel gives his speeches. You see that there is actually kind of a large opening to the right where you can look through, and there is a drawbridge that shuts there, and that shuts.
That shuts.
Yeah.
It is shut.
Yeah, and that one's normally shut, but it does look like a working drawbridge.
And that is the other side to where we saw the guy controlling the eagle. It's on the
guy-
south side, because the guy controlling the eagle was on the north side, was he?
No, he was kind of on the west side. But
right.
that was just on the roof. Well, no, they were outside at the time, but they also tend to be up on the roof when they do that, so it kind of can be any side. Yeah, so
And that's the nearest way I can see.
well, that's south side. There's a stage to the north side, so you're looking left. There's a stage. You're looking right. So the stage, that's where the performers come from. So the other drawbridge, which seems to be permanently down normally, that would be towards the stage.
Which would be the closest way to get off the Castle Islandy type thing and back towards the main town?
South, because there's a river there.
Right, go that way then.
Okay, you go that way. You see this massive door, which is clearly a drawbridge, which comes down. You can't see any way to activate it here.
No offices or anything like that. No, nothing.
Nothing.
Right, go back the other way then.
So you go look at the stage. The stage, you can climb up on it, and you see there's a black curtain at the back. Do you want to go through them?
No, I want to go towards whichever way the drawbridge is.
Well, which one? There's two.
So I've been to one, which is
the
I can't get
permanently
through.
closed one.
There's no obvious way through the door.
Well, you would know from like your general awareness, the drawbridge is that way. But at the moment you're a stage with a big black curtain.
Whichever way is towards the drawbridge.
Okay,
I think we
so you go through the curtain,
right,
and you see a large opening. You see moonlight, you see the outside, and there's a drawbridge, and on that drawbridge are 2 lines of guards with shields out, and Samuel standing behind.
Okay.
Men, ready!
So what am I just like? So I've walked out the stage through some curtains.
Yeah. So you're in the backstage bit, and there's
Right.
an opening there.
Right. And have I just walked out like in the middle of it, and they can
Well,
see
I
me?
don't know. I asked you, and you said, "Yeah, I'll go." So I don't know what you did. Like, I assume you just put your head through. I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to just step out. I'd want
Okay.
to have a look around. Like
Okay,
sneak.
so you put your head through, and that's what you see.
Right. So there's a bunch of them. Okay. How easy would it be to get back towards the hole, which is where the cog room would be?
The hole with the cog room. So if you went up the mezzanine area,
Yep.
and you went through the lattice and
Yep.
climbed down the pittons, and then that's the massive gaping hole in there. So getting up to the lattice is quite easy. Then you have to climb down, and then there's a big hole there, so you can get through there quite
Okay. Go back that way then.
easy. Okay. All right. So while you're doing that, let's go back to these two.
Hello.
Hello. So what's the plan?
So-
Follow Locke, I guess,
Yeah,
but
and I'm heading towards
Kick everything in my way.
Sneedle's office.
Okay. So you're you're heading towards Sneedle's office.
No.
Yeah.
we just came from Sneedle's office.
What?
Sneedle's office was where you work with the toilet.
Oh, sorry. Yes. We were going to where you mentioned Sneedle was probably.
Yeah, he'd gone downstairs.
You've seen him run through the VIP
What's your wife
area.
called?
Miss Stella.
Mistella had seen him go downstairs.
Okay, that's where we're going.
Miss Stella told you she saw him run through the VIP area and go into one of the corridors there.
In fact, did I cut you off? Did she tell me something else?
No, that's all she saw. She saw him running through the VIP area and ran into one of the corridors there.
Is that-
so?
Is that the way I've been walking then?
So when you put your head out and you've
Yeah.
seen in front of you, there's the big opening
Yeah.
where the drawbridge is. You saw to left and right there are corridors. There seems like this big banquet area is flanked by corridors. One of the sides of the corridors, Locke has been in when he went to the smoking room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So she saw him run into one of the corridors. And you know, again, from your planning, that corridors, that's where the stairs are going down to the basement area. That's where you also get to this backstage area where there are lots of cupboards with kits and stuff for people going out on the stage. And that's where this drawbridge down is as well.
Right, so, okay. So am I effectively walking the same route that they're going on anyway now?
If they're going to the corridors, then they'll be in a similar place because it's all one big banquet area. So you're up on stage at the moment, poking your head out.
Yeah.
And being like, "Oh shit, there's loads of guards there." Right. They would go to the corridors and start investigating, I guess. And if you go around the corridors, you'll probably go to that backstage area at some point.
Right, okay.
Okay, so back to Lock and Key.
Can I take a big line of epiphany?
Yes, you can.
Is that?
I think Epiphany is an injection. I think
Oh,
it's
is
blue,
it?
like
Get one up and I just immediately stab it into my arm.
Okay,
What do I get?
you get +2 intelligence.
Brilliant. Okay, so
but
I'm a
you've got-
-1 because of the blitz.
Maybe you
So I'm
should
back
give
up to 1.
Lock the Epiphany.
Do you want some epiphany? It'll make it easier to track him.
How about, brother, you give me your bag of drugs to hold on to?
Roll a sleight of hand and give him not all of it. And 17 plus sleight of hand plus 1, 18.
18, yeah, so he hands over the drugs into your hand and you're like, good, I've got that, I've got key.
But he's secretly kept some behind.
Well, not that you know.
Definitely blitz. Like, undoubtedly it's blitz.
All right, so I put that in my bag.
Take some epiphany, it makes it easier to track him.
You know what? I've taken drugs as well, clearly, because we're brothers. So I take some epiphany.
Because that's what happens.
It's clearly a family thing.
You get the Epiphany, you get +2 intelligence.
That's going to put +2 to your investigation.
Yeah,
So-
and your insight
Yeah,
as
so
well.
that goes
so-
up to 4.
Okay.
And you can +2 to all those as well. But, you know, you can just do that as you
Oh,
go.
but it automatically will do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna. Are we in the corridor area that we? That
No, you're still up in
Lance's
the
wife?
office at the moment. We've kind of gone
Okay.
back
Well,
slightly.
we're gonna go
Yeah.
to
I'm
where
gonna look
Lance's
at the,
wife
the
mentioned.
toilet full of vomit and see if there's a trail of vomit and stuff. Anything
Okay,
to follow him.
roll for it.
19
Bloody hell.
19.
plus 1 now.
It's pretty fantastic.
You know that you could see there wasn't any trail of vomit. He's managed to keep it quite centralised, the toilet area. You do notice that the smell is lingering throughout the room. Like,
So maybe he'll be spreading a smell of some kind.
Okay, I just do a big sniff and see if I can follow it.
Okay. Right. So you go. I guess you go down to the VIP area.
Wherever the smell goes.
Right. So you're on the top of the stairs at the mezzanine. You can see at the moment Lance, he's on stage putting his head through this curtain, and he's brought his head back out with a worried look on his face. Can you roll for your sniff skill? Investigation
9 plus 1.
9 plus 1.
Sniff skill.
He's got plus 1 sniff.
My investigation.
So
You've got
I know 5.
Plus
I'm
7.
about to use it.
okay, go ahead. So you're sniffing through.
I was just waiting.
You're
I was giving Danny a chance to do it.
I can still smell deer around here. This smells amazing.
I can mainly smell the blitz of someone else.
Yeah.
So Locke's going to try his sniff skill. 7 plus 7.
Okay,
14.
14. Again, you can't really get a smell of it.
Okay.
At the moment up here, there's lots of smells in this room.
Okay, so we're continuing down to that corridor.
Okay, you move down the stairs, and as you move down the stairs, you notice it begins to rain inside.
Oh yeah, this bit was open.
Oh right.
So no, when you look up, so Locke has looked before.
This is the ceiling of water.
Oh.
So you
right,
look
yeah,
up,
that was
and
it.
the whole of the ceiling in the central part of the room is like a pool of water just suspended in the air, and the water is beginning to rain down. Bits are just raining on you.
Does it look like the ceiling's becoming thinner, like it's losing its volume of water?
You can see a massive dark silhouette in the water, because you can see silhouettes of fish and like stepping stones and things up in the pool.
Yeah,
you can see
above.
the silhouettes,
Yeah.
and now all the fish are darting away to one side. You can actually see them moving, and there's beginning to water raining, and you can see like half of the pool has this dark silhouette in it.
Hope that's not the eagle.
The eagle bursts through the ceiling and lands in the main VIP area in front of you, smashing over trees.
Oh, you actually
and
did. Oh,
tables.
right.
Yeah, no,
I
it
thought you were
does.
joking.
No, it explodes through the ceiling with a massive waterfall.
Okay.
Right, I run to the corridors away from the giant eagle.
So do I.
Okay, so the eagle is in the it would take up the central area. It's within distance to move towards attack you guys and Lance on stage. So we're gonna have to roll initiative.
3.
Oh God.
Oh, that's a good one.
20.
Oh, 22.
Me and you, Lance.
Hey, give me some green.
Green gang are getting out of here.
6.
So it goes Keys first.
No, he got
Oh,
hard.
Lance first. Sorry, Lance. It goes Lance first, then Key, then the eagle, then Locke.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're the moment is standing on these balcony stairs. If you went down to the bottom of the stairs, you'll be within attack distance. The eagle will be able to attack you.
Oh, okay. I thought we were more in the room.
The stairs are quite long.
Right.
Like, to be honest, they're like quite grand. Like,
But he's already
Stairs.
down there.
he's already down there on the stage. Again, if the eagle turned to its side, it'll be able to attack Lance
Right,
as well.
so Lance, you're first.
So Lance, you go first.
Right. Miss Stella, I think it's time we make a quick shift out of here. I will cast darkness around me and the stage area,
Lovely.
which 15-foot radius.
It's a bright white in here, by the way. Just to set the scene. Bright white now, and you can see above you the pool of water has just completely waterfalled
Sorry,
down.
because I don't think I've seen this pool of water before. Could you just describe it for me?
So there's a pool of water in the centre of the room.
Yeah.
It's in the ceiling, right? You can see the silhouette.
Oh, so it's not an open air castle?
No, it's not. But it gives the illusion when it's daylight because the light refracts through.
Right.
And at night they turn on. But what you can see now is there's this giant orb of bright light up in the very top of the ceiling, which shines blue light through. And
That's where the blue
you can
light
see.
I saw.
Right.
So now it's just an open ceiling. You can see that you can kind of see the moonlight between us, so it's kind of open air. But there's like a bit of a, I don't know what you call it, like a hatch of I don't know, like a raised ceiling. So you can see the moonlight between the raised ceiling, but there's like a
I like crenellations.
no, like it's like the castle's wearing a hat. Right. On the ceiling.
Actually, yeah, that's a good description.
I don't know what you call it, but it's basically if you're up on the ceiling, if you're up on the roof, you'll be like, well, this is an open roof. but you could look over to the pool area, and it's got like a raised cover over the pool area.
Right, okay.
Right? So it's like, from where you are, you mainly just see roof, but you could, if you're at an angle, you could see a bit of the moonlight, because there's a big, like, there's
been
a
up there?
raised roof.
Yeah, and there's a light from inside.
You had a lovely time.
It's quite nice, actually.
What race are the guards that I saw?
They're a mixed race. There's some dwarf, there's one dragonborn, there's, but mainly human, and there was Samuels there. So, but they're all like the palace guards.
Right. Have I come across Samuels before?
I don't think so, but you would have heard about it. Him as the head of the guards from these two.
And he's a
human.
Right. Okay.
So anyway, you're casting darkness when I cut you off.
I would like to cast darkness around the individuals on the bridge.
Oh, right. Okay.
So 60-foot range,
Yeah.
15-foot radius on the bridge.
So there's lots of like massive braziers on the outside of the castle walls, which are doing a lot of the lighting work. All of a sudden, darkness just descends on the bridge, and all the guards are looking at each other, and there's just a silhouette of darkness around all of them.
Yeah,
they're ready to throw javelins, and then as they're about to throw, just this darkness, and they don't know where they're throwing.
I will then turn into a weasel, my last cast of the day. Miss Della, I'm sorry, we'll have to postpone our dinner engagement.
Is casting taking an action, though? So that's one action, then a weasel is another action? I'm not familiar with weasel in this.
Need to get the D&D monster manual, so I don't know. I guess, actually...
You need the player's handbook.
That's what I mean, yes. Right, okay. After some consultation and confirmation about what... Right, after some consultation of the player's handbook and confirmation from the DM what situation I'm in a melee range of this eagle.
Yeah.
So, Goblin, I'm going to use my bonus action to disengage, because I'm small, so I'm away from the eagle.
You shifted through wrap yourself up in the curtain, and
Right.
shifted. No one can see where you are.
So I've now got movement and action. Turning into a weasel is going to be an action, so I have to weigh that up. From the brief look that I had out, do I feel like the guards are just on the bridge, or do I feel that they're like everywhere?
No, they're halfway across the bridge. There's distinctly two lines of about 8 guards, so there's about 16 guards.
But
the same as the back.
what I'm saying is that they've not got the castle completely encircled.
It doesn't seem that way. They're
Right.
all the guards you could see, because you're inside the building. You couldn't see all around the castle, you know.
Is there anywhere nearby that I would be able to get towards the moat?
Not that you know of, not really. I mean, your quickest way to the moat is to just jump off the drawbridge. The only other place you know to get to the moat would be going down into the basement area, and then...
But I couldn't get there without going past the eagle.
No, so if you're kind of hiding in the curtains at the moment, so you're peeking, you know there's these corridors. Oops, sorry, listeners. There's these corridors that when you're in the backstage area, like right there, right in front of you, looking from the stage backwards into the backstage area, there's a big opening where the guards are. There's a corridor to the left, a corridor to the right. You know before from Locke skulking around that the corridor to your right takes you down into the kitchen area if you follow it all the way round the castle.
Right.
You know, down in the kitchen area, there's the barred gates, and that's where you've infiltrated it, and that's how you got into the building.
Right, but I could also get to the cog room from down there as well.
Yes. Yeah, if you go down to the kitchen, you can also get to the cog room. Yes.
So if I double movement, could I get out of here? Or
yeah, so bonus action, you disengaged. As a double movement, you could get all the way round down the corridor. So you'll be running through this corridor, you'll turn round to the left, the right corner.
And how difficult do I think these guys would have to get from where they are to where they want to go?
They're kind of a movement away, so if you were just running, there would always be a movement behind you.
No, but I mean, would they have to run past... I'm trying to work out whether they're in... Like, they can't literally get from where they want to without going past the eagle.
Oh yeah, if we're going to get to where you are, we're going to have to go past.
Oh,
the
who's
eagle.
these guys? What, the players?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. They could try and find other ways round, but the eagle at the moment is just sitting in that central area,
Right.
in the VIP area. So if they go down the stairs, they're going to be meeting the eagle. If they want to go down the stairs and the other side up to the mezzanine or through the corridors, the other side, they're going to be meeting the eagle.
Right. And
Meeting the eagle.
Eagle. Baby's eagle.
it's difficult because I feel like I just want to turn into Weasel and then run through the guy's legs on the bridge, but you've intimated that they might think that's suspicious, so... And obviously,
well, they might.
not
It might be a
realise.
difficult role. Like,
Can you do an insight to check how possible it is, or how probable it is?
yeah,
Is
go
that
ahead.
possible? Because then, if it's not too much of a gamble,
15 plus 3, 18.
You know, in a combat situation, most normal guards wouldn't. Their first thought isn't, "Oh, this guy's going to turn into Weasel and try and run away from us."
Right.
But it's not. It's like it's a world where people know
Yeah.
that there are shapeshifters and there are wizards and there are the like.
Well, we'll have to go with it then.
Do you not cast in darkness?
I don't know, because if I cast darkness, there's no point.
Right.
Because it's really, really well. Yeah, I don't think it will make a difference really. Because if I can't do the same action on the same time, I don't know how long it lasts. I'll have to. This is the tricky thing about spells. Because then I don't think I can. I don't think it can last.
It's the problem with having a complicated character. You've got all the decisions to make. Key has got very few decisions he needs to make.
This is basically how much blitz he's taking.
Exactly.
or Epiphany.
I'm really fucking strong right now.
Do you have any others? Is it just Blitz and Epiphany?
Just Blitz and Epiphany, I think. I've got some torpor, I think.
I think so. I
Well,
don't think that'll give you any benefit.
Might give the eagle some anti-benefit.
Are you going to put your slam yourself and then eat
No,
me?
you can just inject it straight into the bloodstream with a knife,
Well,
shoving it in the wounds.
Isn't torpor a stone?
No, that's topaz.
Topaz.
Torpor is to be sleepy.
So, what were you going to do? Cool. So you forfeits this go. Forfeit. It's only been half the episode, should we? So last forfeits this go.
9 minutes.
Yep, I'll just turn into Weasel and try and go out the bridge.
Love it. So you
Obviously turning it.
have you decided how you transform yet?
It's like a.
Okay, so you just a magic clap of just pop, and
Yeah.
you're a weasel. Okay, so you wrap
goes
yourself in
the
a
weasel.
curtain. Yeah, you popped.
Exactly.
The weasel goes. There's you and Stella. Creak, creak, creak. How are you going to do it?
Yeah, let's make for the bridge, man.
So you're running through their legs.
My
You
love.
jumping off the moat. What are you going to do? What's
I
the
think
method?
jumping off into the moat as a weasel in present times might be slightly more dangerous than
So you're going to be
good
trying to run through their legs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you run out. Are you both separately doing it? Are you doing it as two?
Oh no, we're running side by side.
As a pack?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, never too far away.
All right. So you run out. The guards have all thrown javelins into the curtain as you were transforming.
God, they must really hate curtains.
Well, I think they think you're there somewhere. The first wave moves through. You and Stella run through their legs. The second wave is moving forward, and as they're about to get to you, Samuels shouts, "Watch out! He's turned! He's a weasel! He's down there! He's coming through your legs!" You've come through their legs, and we're up at Samuels now, and you have to roll initiative to him as they join the encounter to see if he can hit you.
He wins.
I think he does win. He wins. He got a 16 plus his
Yeah, he wins.
initiative. And he is going to try and make an attack on you. 7 versus your AC as a weasel?
13. Is your AC's weasel? Yeah, I just looked up.
Then
Okay.
no.
The weasel's got high dexterity. So
I mean, we are quite small bees.
It's hard to hit a weasel. I imagine
Yeah.
hitting a weasel is
With
difficult.
spear.
So he's got a
Amazing.
spear and he's just spearing at the floor as he spotted this weasel darting around
Oh,
in
good, he'll
between
blunt
legs.
his spear as well.
Yeah. So you're between the second rank of guards who are in the midst of turning around. You see this weasel run through some of their legs. Samuels is spearing at the floor.
Y'all keep trying, motherfuckers.
Lovely. And you are now in front of Samuels. All right.
In front of him.
Yes.
Is he so? Oh, he's on his own at the back. Is he?
He is. He was giving commands at the back, and he's the one that spotted you
Right.
running out.
Split him, Mustella. Split him.
Well, we're gonna have to see what happens when we come around next time. Over to Key.
What are we doing?
So,
You haven't got as much time as he has.
okay. So we've watched the eagle break down through the ceiling of water. It's standing in the middle. The stage is to one side with Lance and his
As
wife.
you're looking down the stage to your left, yeah.
Okay, the stage is to my
Lance
left.
is now dotted
The
through
eagle is in
curtain.
the middle, and the guards were to the right then of the eagle.
No
They're
guards
to
in
the
here.
left as well because
They're outside the
Sorry,
building.
okay. I was starting from the beginning, but fine.
No, that
Okay.
is from the beginning.
No, from where I saw from the beginning, but fine. Okay, so
Yeah, this is Karen.
the guards are in the middle to the left. The eagle is in the middle to the right.
You don't know
and
about
there's
any
the
guards
stage.
at the moment. But if you just
Oh, so I can only see the eagle.
No, yeah, you see the eagle in front of you. Lance is on stage with his black curtain.
All that happened was you saw me put my head through the curtain, pull it back, look a bit surprised, and then eagle lands. I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, so that's what I meant at the beginning. I was describing what we're seeing. I wasn't describing.
You
when
kept on
he'd
saying
run
guards.
through.
There's no
We can't
guards.
see
you
any
see.
guards.
So that's what I thought. I thought we could see the guards. So that's fine. So we can't see guards. I can see an eagle and I can see the stage.
Yep.
So actually, we have no idea that the guards are
To the left.
to the
No,
left.
you've actually seen Lance dart through the curtain. Is what you've seen.
And we know that if we want to get to the corridor, we have to go down the stairs, which would be through the eagle.
Yeah, you know, there's a staircase going down that you guys would the corridor entrance. You could either go through the stage, or there's archways down on the banquet level which you can get in through. Okay, so Key, what are you up to then?
Okay. Where are we going down these archeries to go down and find this man?
Yes, we are. Let's move quietly and quickly.
I just
Key.
roll straight over the balcony and I aim for a table to land on.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, we
roll
With your feet or your back.
we have rope, I think. So we.
Oh, that's not quick. Rope's slow. Blitz, blitz, blitz. Get me
Especially
that
with
dice
your
tray.
on previous campaigns, your ability to tie ropes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be trusting that.
3 plus 7, 10.
Okay, so you basically just
Oh no, plus, sorry, I got an extra 1. 3 plus 8. 11.
So you do a swanton flip through a table.
Yeah, smash.
You take 6 damage
Bloody hell, that really hurt.
as you pull out a chunk of wood out of your side.
Right.
You
God,
get
imagine
up.
I'd got worse than that. That could have gone much worse.
Yeah.
That was an 11.
And I'm gonna try to. So is Key on his back or his front or he's standing
He's
up?
standing up.
Oh, so he's landed just in a bad way.
Yeah,
but he's still standing.
and he's because he is.
Well, that was my movement. Can I take my action then the dart through the
Yes,
thing?
we'll
Yeah.
let you do that.
I use my action to
I'm
run
yeah.
off.
I'm gonna do the same.
So, well, you can after.
I'd
the
try and
eagle's
land
had
it
its go.
normally. I'd try and land it without hurting yourself.
Yeah, well, I'm imagining that noise has sparked the interest of the eagle, so I'm going
Yeah,
to
so the
move
eagle
quite
turns his
quickly.
head.
I'm not really going to have a chance to.
It moves over with
lucky.
a flap of the wings, and it's now standing on the balcony stairs. And you're at the top of the balcony. It lunges.
Oh, right, yeah, because it's not my go.
It lunges forward with its beak to bite at you, and it gets a 24 versus your AC.
I think that's going to be a hit.
Lovely jubbly.
Only by 10.
Yeah.
Well, 9, sorry.
Tell him.
That's a secret.
And
no one
it
goes
does. It only does a grazing hit, and it does 5 damage.
I'm going to use evasion.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, that's only 5 damage, though.
But
That's just-
can't I use it
You
every...
can
Oh, you
use
can use it every
reaction,
time,
there's
yeah,
no...
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a rogue.
Yeah.
So you pivot on yourself and duck down as it goes, and as it lunges forward, pulling back, the beak just scratches along your back, and you only take 5 damage.
Well, he takes half of the 5
Sorry,
damage.
yeah, sorry, you take.
So do I take 3? Because it's
Yeah, I think
2.5.
we
I think it
plus
rounds
We
one.
up.
normally round up, yeah.
So
So 3 damage. So as it pulls back, it then lunges forward with one of its talons
Oh, right, okay.
because it attacks with both its beak and its talons.
You can't
Yeah, I can't use
react
evade
to
on
both of
that.
these, yeah.
I should listen to you.
Oh, and that's 7 plus 5, 12.
Nope.
It's snapping as it snaps over your head.
No dice.
You can see these giant claws. These are like they do a lot of damage.
I'm feeling quite lucky that didn't hit.
Can it attack with both, or just, like, is its claws one attack?
No, it kind of moved to the side and it retched out with one claw. Yeah, so now it's your turn.
So now I'm going to do what Key just did. But I'm going to...
The
Oh,
problem is if you do that, because it's now on the stairs, it would provoke an attack from the eagle.
so I have a cunning action
Yeah.
where I can take a second action to dash, disengage, or hide.
So you're going to disengage first.
Yes.
And then you're going to try and like run to the corner of the balcony and then jump down.
and...
Okay, right. So you're a slippery bastard, Locke, aren't you?
That's what they call me.
So yeah, you disengage.
All right, we better write that on your character sheet. Lock the slippery bastard.
So and you're calling a jump as well. You're trying to jump down there. This
Yes.
is 15 feet, so you're gonna have to roll an acrobatics check.
Okay.
To see if you land on your feet. If you don't land on your feet, then you could be in a difficult situation because you'll be prone.
Acrobatics +6.
Yeah.
You'll be prone,
It's only 15 feet,
and
that's fine for a
you'll
man like
lose the rest of your go.
8.
8 plus
6.
Wonderful. So you land with a roll, and you're on your feet. So because of your amazing skill sets, you're using a bonus action to also
Cunning action's a bonus.
another cunning action to, as you roll, dart up and dive through this archway.
Yeah.
And you are now diving through the archway where you see your brother Key kicking at a wall, shouting "Blitz, blitz, 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 blitz."
Shall we go fight the eagle?
I'm gonna grab him and squeeze like I normally do, just to try and calm him down. It might not work. But do you want me to roll to see if that works?
No, I'm not. I'm only kicking a wall. Like I'm not completely. Like,
So
gone.
you
Yeah.
now seem like you're in safety. You're in this stone corridor. You've gone through one archway. There's another archway the other side of the stairs.
And is this where Lance's wife told us that he? That
Yeah, it
she's
seems like
lost?
at one of these corridors.
Okay.
Right.
So
So just to set the scene, you've gone in this archway. To your right, the corridor bends round,
right.
and that seems like it'll bend round and go back towards the stage. To your left, it goes down to the smoking room where you went before. There's the stairs going down to the VIP area, which is the way you came in.
Yeah.
And then there seems like there's another set of spiral staircase behind those stairs.
Okay. I'm going to roll to see if I can pick up a trail.
Okay,
Or
go for it.
what I think
You're,
would-
you're trying to pick up the smell of a vomiting smell.
It's the sniff sense.
Is
Is
that?
that cocked?
You need to have a straighter platform. I know it's hard, but
Yeah.
I might just put it there because otherwise it's a bit hard to.
Botch.
So I got a 1.
I'll have a sniff.
So he definitely knows where it is then.
17 plus
great.
1, 18.
Well done.
Thank you.
you're sniffing. You're sniffing away, and Key has caught some sense. He's going up and down. He's pacing around, and he feels like the
He's kicking a wall.
and he's kicking walls. And he's just kicking over. There's suits of armor generally down
He's
this
gonna
corridor.
punch one of them.
He's just punching their heads off, whacking them with
But
the
I
side.
catch a scent. Which
You
direction?
catch a scent, and it's going right round the corner.
Right round the corner then.
Okay.
I'm
Does
like,
Locke agree with that?
Yeah,
I'm like
I'm
Yogi
following my
Bear when
brother.
he smells a picnic basket. My feet are
Lovely.
off the floor. My nose is leading me.
I'm trusting his nose.
So you run round to where you think the smell is, and you've come to the backstage area, behind the stage. To your
Where he
left,
was?
Yeah, to the left, there's the guards, which are, when you look out there, have all turned around and
Right.
seem to be doing something funny and weird.
Okay, chasing a weasel, right. Does the smell seem to go across the drawbridge?
You have to roll again.
Come on, baby Jesus. 18!
Yes, the smell seems to lead outside.
Right.
Where you...
He's left the castle, he's left the castle. We just need to get out now.
Fuck. Okay.
Oh, you're back together! Back...
But
I don't think we want to leave this way because there's
Yeah.
guards there and the eagle will just come round and be there as well.
I'm gonna grab Key's arm and say,
To the smoking room.
Okay. So,
and we're gonna use that as an exit.
wonderful.
Oh,
We're
there's
going
an
to
exit in
go...
the smoking room.
Dodging. Isn't that the candle mirror thing?
No.
Am I getting confused?
That's
Damn
the
it.
drug room upstairs.
No, we'll get back to that in a second. Have a think about where you're going. But let's go back to on the drawbridge, where there are two weasels dancing around some guards. So it is now your turn first. Yes, it'll be back around to your turn, Lance. So you're now
At his feet, are we?
you're now at his feet. So again, you're going to have to work out a way to get around him.
Well, I will. Well, I guess it's just going to again disengage and then just double movement. Yeah, nimble escape, bonus action to disengage or hide. In this case, I'll be disengaging and then double movement away, as far away from him as possible.
So in weasel form,
Through the legs.
you're a bit trickier. So you're disengaging, but because you're tiny, you can move through with the disengage.
Yes.
So you're going to disengage through him and then carry on running.
Double movement, yeah.
Okay.
Moving slightly left, slightly right, little bit of shimmy, you know.
Okay. Samuel's commands a second flank to follow you, and you've run off
So
into the courtyard.
Why is he just out of interest? Because why is he so suspicious of the animal coming out?
Because he's an experienced guard who was on his game when he saw a weasel run across a drawbridge. And I guess in experience, he thinks this is a very competent, it's a very advanced crew, and thinks maybe a shapeshifter's involved in breaking in.
Cool. Okay. Where I'm running to, then, how is this going to go then? So, is there a crowd out there looking at the burning castle?
Where there's a crowd in the distance, but there seems to be a bit of a perimeter that's been pushed away. People don't seem to be that interested in being near the castle at the moment. But you can't see any guards in sight of where you're going to, so you kind of feel like you've got free rein.
Am I moving into?
So
I just go for wherever I reckon will be the easiest way to get out their line of sight and away.
Exactly, and you run through there. This courtyard is surrounded by lots of buildings. There are alleyways coming off it. You dart for the nearest alleyway. There's a troop. One of the lines is chasing after you, but as a tiny weasel that's pacing it, they're
Two tiny weasels.
They're probably not going to catch you, so you just run off into the night.
Right, or to the nearest building to have a look back.
To some alleyway or whatever where you can just get away.
Take stock. Well, for the moment, just nearby, take stock and have a look back at the castle and see what's going on.
Okay, right. So is that like a look back and like, oh, okay, or is that I'm going to wait here and see if anyone needs any help? Because then you're going to have to roll to hide and evade the troop that are chasing you. Because unfortunately, they're not just terrible video game AI. They go, I'm not allowed to go this far away from my post, so I'll just go back.
And when they stop searching something, they forget that it ever existed.
You can roll for it, trying to lose them down a bunch of alleyways or whatever, and then double background.
Yeah, because at some point I'm going to need to turn back to a goblin, because it's not going to be really feasible to run across the entire town as a weasel.
Right, it completely is though, isn't it?
Possible. Well, I suppose what's the speed of a weasel in comparison to a goblin?
It's not that bad. It's 15.
Weasels get through cities, don't they?
Yeah.
Actually, they're probably quicker, especially if it's crowded areas.
Okay. Well, in that case, no, I would just... I don't really feel that there's anything I can do to... In fact, no, I will do diligence. I will wait outside. I will try and find...
Oh, no, your speed's 30 feet. Your speed's the same as a weasel.
Oh, it seems the same as a...
Yeah, you can go fucking anywhere. You can run around the whole city if you want.
Right, and where I last left them, they were in the courtyard, the central atrium bit.
Yep.
There was the eagle that just dove through the water bit above them. Mm-hmm. And their plan was to find this guy and get him from down in the bowels of the castle, where all the crocodiles were.
Yeah, that's when you left them, yeah.
Right. I will take stock with Mistella because I'm still injured, and I'm going to try and take a little bit of a rest. Just try and hide somewhere nearby.
Okay, so what skill you're going to use to try and hide from the guards? And roll for it.
Just to hide, just...
Stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, stealth.
Okay.
Five plus 6, 11. But, I mean, I'm a weasel, so...
So the guards are chasing you down alleyways. You jump into a spot that's slightly high up in a bunch of bins. And you clatter around, but the guards hear you and carry on going down that alleyway. I heard something up there. They begin to climb up to the kind of the flat roof that you're on.
Okay. Run away then. There's somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go to? You go try out high. You're gonna try and run away down a different alleyway.
Down a different alleyway, I guess, where there might be other animals or whatnot.
Roll for it. So you're gonna go. You're a place where the alleyway is just one long route. You jump down. The guards see you again.
I mean, I would imagine I could get into someone's house or something, and then.
Okay, right. So there's a few windows that you think maybe
if that's the kind of thing that's around.
Yep. So it's just an alleyway. These are houses, massive, big apartments and stuff like that.
Yep.
So right, okay. Roll for a stealth to try and get out of sight, and then hide in someone's house.
9 plus 6, 15.
Yes. You pace ahead of them after you jump off this roof. You go around the corner. You see a slightly open window. You and Stella jump up, slink through the window, and you're now in someone's house.
Right.
Okay.
Is there anyone in there?
At the moment, it seems like the house is empty.
Right. Well, I'll take stock and then have a little think about what I'm going to do.
Okay, fine.
Goes into someone's house, and the first thing he does is steal their stock. They were making a lovely soup.
Well, I hope
You've
so.
stolen it.
I need some help.
You monster. So, back to Lance, back to Lock and Key.
Look, where do we go?
You're now in the backstage area.
Okay.
Look out these guards.
Not this way.
Do I remember if the smoking room is in fact where the magic mirror is with the candles?
No, so you went to the smoking room. That's the room which had the owlbear and the rhino and the sphinx
shit,
in.
yes, okay.
You remember that
Which
there were
room
stairs going down to the guards' quarters in the smoking room, and the guards' quarters were opposite the dungeon.
Oh, continuing from the guards' quarters down the corridor on the right was where the drug pleasure room was, right?
Yeah, near the guards' quarters.
Okay,
yeah.
that's where we're going to head then.
Okay, cool. So you go past the smoking room. There's another archway. So you're now in the corridor.
Do I notice, like, as we're going, do I notice bodies around?
No.
Oh, it's just empty.
Yeah, it's just empty corridors at the moment.
Okay.
So you go back, double back on yourself. You go away from the backstage area. You turn a corner. You see the archway you went through. You'll carry on going past that archway.
Can we hear the eagle in there still?
You can hear something stomping around. You go past the second archway. As you go past, the eagle's head comes through and snaps at you, but it mistimed its bite completely. It didn't manage to spring a trap on you. In front of you is now the smoking room door. Okay. There are stairs to the right. There's stairs going down to the VIP area. There's stairs going up, a spiral staircase going up, and to the left there's the smoking room door that you've been in before.
Now, do I remember that within the smoking room there were also a set of stairs leading down?
In the smoking room? Yeah. Just going down to the guard quarters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to go into the smoking room to go down those stairs.
Okay, so going to the smoking room, completely empty in here. It's the similar to what you've seen before. There are drinks that are half drunk, and there are cigars and cigarettes in trays that are still smouldering out.
Okay. We continue down the stairs.
Okay, so you go to the top of the stairs. Roll a perception check.
9 plus 4, 13.
13. You can hear some chatter downstairs, but you can't make out what it is.
And I can't make out how many voices.
No, you can feel like there's probably a couple of distinct voices.
Okay.
But it's just in like the moment of you being at the top of the stairs.
Okay, I'm going to signal quiet to Key.
Holding the bum up, ready to shout my catchphrase.
And I'm going to try and be stealthy going down, and then possibly do a perception check again to see if I can. Again.
Okay, so roll a stealth.
13 plus 6. 19.
19. So you stealth really effectively down the stairs. This is quite a dark corner of the room. When you go into the room, you see, it's similar to it was kind of the room you've been into before. You're facing this hatch that was like the security hatch where people come up and talk to security guards there. You're in the room, though, so looking out. There are two guards with their backs turned to you who are kind of looking down on the desk there by the hatch, and they're talking, right, we got them blocked in. I don't know what we're going to do about it. We've got to come up with a plan to get them out of the kitchen area.
He's talking about the crocodiles.
In front of them through the security hatch, you can see there's a corridor leading away from the room you're in.
Yeah.
Right? And that at the end of that corridor is a jail cell, which
We remember.
Key has recently been a
Old
guest
runners
in.
in there still, probably.
So actually, we know that if we continue the other way, we're going to get to the pleasure room.
Was that the body that was
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah.
So down.
No fake loads of information about him to ruin his life. To discredit him and make sure he doesn't get his pension.
Hope he doesn't have a family.
Oh, he definitely did. I think there's notes about it. I think he said he was sick with his family. We went dark with Gold Runner's life.
So down that corridor is the prison cell where Key was kept. Also, there was an archway that goes through to the kitchen. You can see there are 3 guards with large shields, and they've all cordoned off that archway. So they've hunkered their shields down. Okay. And they've made a barrier. They made a wall there.
Do I think that those 3 guards would be able to hear us within this room?
They could if there was lots of noise made. And there is line of sight as well. Their attention isn't that way.
Yeah, they're facing the opposite way, but potentially they could.
Do you know what we could do?
Okay.
Release the crocodiles. They said they got them blocked in. If the crocodiles weren't blocked in, those guards would probably have to move.
What do you suggest, brother?
Like, we open the door and let the crocodiles out. Is there a door that we can open to let the crocodiles out?
Aren't they
Is it like
holding
blocked in?
shields blocking the
No,
door
it's a
we can
shield
see?
wall.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
right.
they've made a shield
Right.
wall.
I mean, you could
right?
chuck your bomb if you wanted, but...
It's very harsh.
I say, why don't we sneak attack these two? You take the left, I'll take the right.
Okay.
So I'm going to move to do a sneak attack.
Okay, roll stealth.
Oh, yes. That's true.
I'll stand back and wait for it all to go wrong. Come in wailing.
16. Plus 6. 22.
Plus 6. Nice. These guards are on edge at the moment,
Yeah.
but you've managed to sneak up behind them.
Okay.
You were right behind them.
And I'm going to use my rapier
Cool.
and stab one through the heart.
We heard about this rapier.
Yes.
A guy came earlier.
It was a sword. It was really pointy.
Yeah,
like
it was-
extra pointy.
And then he fell off a tower. We didn't even push him.
No.
Vivian may have pushed him, but we're not sure.
Vivian sounds quite evil.
Well, Vivian wasn't nice.
That was a fail.
That was.
What a throw.
No, you know, I think. Oh, that's a different dice.
Yeah.
I couldn't see
Yeah,
the other one.
13.
So 13 plus 6, 19.
19. Right, lovely. 19. Right, you pull out your rapier, you slowly point it into the back. Where would you go? The head, the neck, the body?
I would probably try to slide it up through his lower back,
Yeah.
up into his heart, so I can possibly hold him up so the other guard doesn't notice. Because I'm assuming I've done quite well in this role.
Okay, so roll for the damage.
Okay, now
Man, I
now
never want to
I'm-
be on
So
guard.
3d6s.
Yeah, 3d6s as well.
2, 3, and then what's your actual damage?
This one, 8.
Right.
So...
1,
Oh, it's disappointing.
Don't worry, you've got 3 other d6s to
That's
go.
true.
5,
6,
6,
2.
How much ever?
8,
8.
plus 3.
8 plus 3, 11.
Okay. It's very low rolls there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really badly,
I
isn't it?
could have got...
Right, you slowly, surgically slide
And he's like,
slide the
tickling me?
rapier. Yeah, that's what he's like. Look, Radio Up, can you roll a deception, please?
Okay. 10 plus 6, 16.
Okay. Right. So, the guard in front of you that you slid the sword into his lower rib cage up into his heart, and you're trying to prop him up. He starts spluttering blood as he stands there. The other guard next to him turns and says, just kind of turns his head slightly to acknowledge him and says, "Are you all right? Got a bit of a cold there, Fred?"
Attack.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
He arrives on the scene.
With a bomb.
Not with a bomb, just with an attack.
Well, you do
no, I
have a
just mean
bomb.
you have a
Oh yeah, I tied the bomb on and I was like, chain and
Go
sickle.
for it.
Just launch him and hit him on the
Okay.
like trying to sickle him. 11 plus 8, 19.
You hit. Roll for it.
Okay, 1d8 plus 4. Oh, 1 plus 4, 5. No, 1 plus 5, 6.
What's happened to the damage rolls?
I know. And then I'm going to attack him again. So
Go for it.
sickle. 20.
Lovely. Roll
Nice, roll it.
So
Numerals first.
now, because I'm a fighter as well, I had an extra. Whatever happens, I had an extra 13 damage to it as well.
Numerals first. Oh, no.
Sorry. Yeah, because I didn't say which one was which. I don't know which one it is. So the individual number
7.
57.
Oh,
57.
max damage.
Max damage, which is 13 plus 13, 26.
So you dive through the
Guess
air.
The amount of damage is probably irrelevant at this point.
You dive through the air, sickle him once to the arm. He gets kind of pinned to the desk.
Oh yeah, I'd already hit him once.
Yep.
And with the chain ball, you just swing it and you just pound it, and you're smashing him through
But wait.
the desk.
Does the other guard notice?
I don't know.
Fair
He's
question.
got a sword up in the other guy.
Does he, Puppet Master? I don't know.
He turns his head in a very comedic way.
Okay.
And then I turn to Locke and go, do you think he's dead?
Yes, brother, I think we're all right.
Oh, no.
Oh.
I've gone too far. Blitz.
Okay.
You're clearly running out of blitz.
That's
That's clearly the problem.
So the three guards in front of you hear this down the corridor. They turn and shout, "They're in there, the intruders! Give up on the crocodiles!" And all three of them turn and begin to make their way over to you.
Throw your bomb.
I hand it to you.
Oh, right, okay.
I feel really guilty. I just killed a man.
How does... What kind of a bomb is it?
It's
big one.
Yeah. It's
It's like a grenade.
Okay, do I think it's going to be quite dangerous if I throw it towards the guards? Do I think there's enough space?
Oh, it's all right for me to throw it towards the guard.
No.
You're not sure. You never really asked about the payload on this
That's true.
bomb.
Okay.
Didn't they roll? Was that something else?
No, I just took it and I was like, thank you so much. It's about the size of a rugby ball.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
It's
going...
really big.
Yeah.
It was meant to blow up a massive pipe.
Yeah.
This might be an overreaction, considering we just killed two of these guards for like an attack each.
Yeah. Oh, now that I'm holding the bomb, I'm feeling a bit more sensible.
Let's attach it back.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. So who have they just killed? The two guards?
Two guards at
guards
one of the corridors,
discussing.
but we did it too loud. The other end of the corridor hurt.
How far away are the guards, like, from us?
They're about 30 feet away. So a movement,
So
they'll be
what
up to the
movement they could
surface
reach us?
hatch, yeah.
Okay. And they would have to jump over this desk?
Or
Is
they
it a
could
desk?
stab through, because you just killed guys at the service hatch, so they got spears, they could stab
Okay,
through at
fine.
you if you were just standing there.
But essentially, we're going to have to get through those guards to continue down the corridor to the...
Not really, so you're looking to the right, and they're coming down this corridor to the right, which the corridor moves away from you.
Oh, so could we sprint off to the
Yeah,
left?
the service hatch, the drug room is the corridor, is actually to the left.
Yeah, we carried on going through we went to the kitchen.
Okay.
Didn't we? You led me through.
Look,
Okay. Key, run to the room.
and we're going to make
You
a
can
run
go
for
through
it.
the service hatch, or there's another door to the left that you think goes to like a guard's
I say go
relaxing
through the
quarters.
service hatch, just in case that door's
You
locked.
think it'll be a quicker way?
This way slightly quicker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you
okay.
jump through the service hatch.
Is there any
Actually,
way to close the service hatch behind us?
no, it's always open.
Right.
And we're gonna I think we should roll initiative for these guys to see who gets the jump first.
How long has elapsed?
Well, I've got 3, so 6.
How long has elapsed?
20.
There you go. Well, Key just darts through the service hatch and makes it through to the
Shouting
other door.
blitz as he goes.
I think Blitz is really suiting you.
Yeah, well, of course it is.
Probably minute and a half from them walking about and then doing very quick combat. Yes. So you make it to the door. Do you open the doors?
I know, I'll wait for him to get through the
Okay.
service hatch.
Okay, right. So the guards are going to run down and they're up to the service hatch. One of them is going to face towards you, and two of them are going to face towards you, and they're going to go for strikes on you. One throws a spear, lunges with a spear through and misses. And the other gets 14 plus 3, 17.
That's a hit, depending on who he's going
Hit
for.
on me as well.
Oh.
They're both going for
Unlucky.
Boober. He only does 4 damage.
Can I use evasion? Or
Yeah,
is
you
it...
can see-
or,
yeah, you can
or
see
am I...
No, you can see them.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I use evasion.
So you only get 2 damage.
Yeah, okay.
Slippery bastard.
That's what they call me.
Okay, so now it's Key's turn. Oh no, it's Locke's turn.
Are you writing down the amount of damage you get taken rather than changing the number?
Yeah.
Love it.
This thing's got 132 damage. Actually, it's 1, 3, and 2 damage.
Okay, so Locke, what are you going to do?
Oh, is it my turn?
Yes. So in front of the service hatch are now 3 guards, and Key is at the
Door.
yeah.
Okay. Key, cover me while I open the door.
And I'm going to try and... Well, first of all, I'm going to try and open the door.
You're not
because
by
it
the
might
door.
be-
You're in the service hatch though. So
Oh,
you're in the
sorry.
guard. You're in the guard post room. There's a service hatch. There are 2 guards by the service hatch. Another guard pointing towards Key.
Yeah.
You would have to dart past them through the service hatch.
There'll be 2 opportunity attacks. It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
So where else can he go?
There's a door to his left that goes to a. I don't think you guys went in there, but you know Sneedle went in there and shouted at a bunch of people. You think maybe it's like a guard rec room?
Okay, so there are 2 guards facing me and 1 facing Key.
Yep.
I'm going to... And the guards have shields.
That's right. Yeah.
Can I roll an insight to see how strong I think they are?
You know that you've been fighting these guards before.
Oh,
They're
so
not
it's
too
the
bad.
same guards.
Yeah,
they
they've
just have
got
a
shields, so slightly different kit. They
Okay.
might have higher AC because they have a shield.
Sure. Okay, I'm going to try and attack one of them just to see whether.
Okay, so you're at the service hatch. You're
Yeah.
going to go for an attack?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Got a 3 + 6, 9. So that doesn't really tell me
you
much.
try and stab, but with the service hatch, you're overextending yourself. It's really hard to reach.
Well, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my cunning action to disengage.
Okay, so disengage, so they can't get through to you.
Yeah.
Right. So now it's Key's turn. Actually, we're going to continue this fight on the next episode.
Before we go,
Yeah.
so I've been there. There's Eagle's not come out of the castle or anything like that.
No, you're in the house at the moment.
I'm in the house, right?
Yeah. So you haven't when you're on your getaway, you didn't
When it's
see.
appropriate,
Yeah.
I would like to make haste, whether it be by Weasel or Goblin,
Yep.
as fast
Well,
as I
your
can
choice.
towards Marlowe's, whichever way. So,
Okay.
like, as in, if I feel I'm a safe enough distance,
Yep.
turn back to a Goblin, get a carriage
Okay.
if that's faster.
Yep, we'll have you
But
do that.
whatever the fastest way it is. Towards
So Lance is on his way back to Marlowe's, feeling relieved with all the newfound holes that are in his body now.
yeah,
Okay.
expecting
We'll
that
see-
meal he promised me.
See you next episode.
Bye.
The Formal Gamer, podcast for those with exquisite taste.